The Steelers have owned the Jets through the years. I'm concerned about Russell Wilson starting. It is what it is. I still got to take him in prime time over the Jets in Pittsburgh because of their pass rush and defense. I think they can give Rodgers problems. He's not fleet of foot. And so if they can get to that pocket and get him down and rough him up a little bit, I think the Jets might have some problems moving the ball. But they got all the receivers now, Lazard, Wilson, Adams. They're dangerous now. I mean, receiving-wise, let's see if he has enough time to throw the ball. The Steelers' pass rush is pretty sick.
I'm with you on the Steelers, who are plus 1.5 right now. Dogs at home. Tomlin dog at home. I'm always going to be in. 38.5 is the total. Don't have much concern for that. I'm just going to ride with you with the black and gold here on Sunday night against the Jets. And look, they got nobody else to blame for Rodgers. Like you just said, you just rang them all off. All the shiny toys that he has at his disposal, having his best friend back on the team. I hope it starts with a dud on Sunday night. A big dud.
And I think it could be, in terms of timing and everything, we'll see. But I don't trust Russell Wilson's timing at all. I think the Steelers' offense will struggle with him. We'll see. But I'm leaning under. I'm leaning defense. Both of them have a defense. Jets have a D. Particularly, the back end. I think Wilson will have trouble throwing the ball against them. Sauce and company. And then I think that Steeler rush D and pass D is going to be overwhelming for Rodgers and the Jets. I don't think they're going to have a big night running the ball against the Steelers or throwing it. We'll see. Throwing it timing-wise, how much time will he have in a pocket to throw? If he gets rid of the ball in 2.5 seconds, he should be fine. If he has to have any more time than that at all, he could be on the ground.
He could be indeed. Also Sunday, rematch of last year's Super Bowl. The Chiefs heading to Santa Clara against the 49ers. 425 East kick out at Stonewash Jeans. Here is Patrick Mahomes. Always loves facing off with the other best teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's as big as a regular season game you could play in. But I mean, they're a great football team, and I always like going up against the best, and that's what we're going up against this week. And so we understand that it's going to be a big game. We understand that it's going to take our best to win. And so you just have to have extreme focus and know that it's going to be one play that kind of decides the entire game.
Didn't we both say Niners yesterday? I'm not going to back off of that now. I mean, I know they never lose. I know Reed never loses off a bye, 21-4. I know this guy never loses as an underdog, 11-1-1 against the spread. So why not go the other way and lose money?
I'm not backing off either. Niners minus 1.5, 47.5 is the total. Let's go Niners here in the late window on Sunday. Why not? Let's go and get it done. Other big game on Sunday, Lions and the Vikings. NFC North, 5-0 Vikings, 4-1 for Detroit. Jared Goff on the huge matchup.
It's important because it's a division game, and they're at the top of the division, and that's why it's important. But if we were playing Green Bay or Chicago, it would be equally as important. But, it's a division game. It's our first division game, and it's one that you definitely want to win.
How much do you keep tabs on the division at this point of the season with every team being 4-2 or better?
How much do I keep tabs on it? Yeah, I know they're 4-2, and I know the Vikings are 5-0, and that we're 4-1. So, yeah, it's a pretty good division.
I mean, duh. So it's been incredible, and the division itself has won 13 games in a row. We'll find out. Somebody's going to lose. I like Detroit. They beat them 3 straight times. I do believe a little bit. I'm going to say this a little bit. I think the Vikings are a little smoke and mirrors. I think they've had a nice schedule. I think they've looked really good. I don't deny Flores' defense is tough. I think O'Connell's a good coach. I think Darnold's played really well. He's got good receivers. I still believe at the end of the day that the Lions are more loaded and are a better team. I do think they're better. I think they'll go in there and beat them.
I'm with you. 3 for 3 so far. Lions plus 1.5. I'll take them on the road. 50.5. Very big total. I kind of like the under in that game. I like the under 50.5 with the Lions and the Vikings. Bit of a black and blue collar type of game. That's going to be won, 23-20, something like that in that area. All right. The Eagles heading to MetLife against the Giants on Sunday. What does that mean? The return of Saquon Barkley. Yesterday we played him saying he doesn't think he's going to get booed. He's wrong about that. And here's one of our favorite ones ever, another coast-to-coast staple from these players. It's just another game, Scotty. Barkley going back to play the Giants, it's just another game.
I don't know. I'm still processing that, I guess. I'm going to treat it the same week I always treat it. I'm always on the mindset every game is important, every game is special. You never know when your last one's going to be. But, obviously there's some history there for sure, especially going back there. It'll be interesting. So I don't have an exact answer. I'll probably have a better answer later on in the week.
Yeah, he'll have an answer after the game if they win, and then he'll be wonderfully helpful. Otherwise, if they lose, he probably won't be very pleasant. They're better than the Giants. That team has been very sluggish, and there's no doubt they got issues, the Eagles, but they got better players. That's just all there is to it. To me, the Giants have one guy on offense in Neighbors who's going to play, and they got one guy on defense. I'll give you two. I'll give you Lawrence and Burns. That's it. 3 players on the whole team. I mean, the Eagles got 3 or 4 guys on offense, let alone defense.
They certainly do. That's for sure. Right now, it's straight 3, flat 3 for the Eagles on the road here. 42.5 is the total. Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors did clear concussion protocol. He's back in the lineup. He's also dealing with a hamstring issue that apparently he got yesterday. So Neighbors right now, Scotty, kind of made of glass a little bit.
What is the problem? I mean, the guy's like 22 years old. He's got like 34-year-old guy injuries, concussions, hamstrings. What is next? I mean, honestly, what is happening here? Is this guy soft? He's such a great player. I don't understand. What, he run a route at practice and now he's pulled up lame? You got to be kidding me.
Believe it or not, Scotty, interesting one for you in this game. Burrow has never won in Cleveland. He has had all kinds of problems here. Now, this is a much different Browns team that he is going to face this week. After a win last week, they are starting to feel it. They need to rack up these wins every week. Lots of urgency.
Ideally we'd be 6-0, but that's not where we're at. And that's just the way this year has played out. There's a lot of urgency in the building to go and win games. I think guys are handling it the right way. We had a good day of work today. It's really just about practicing and trying to get better every day. It sounds cliche, but that's what it comes down to.
Okay, he just seems so bored with all of it, doesn't he? For all that $60 million he makes. And those lack of rings he has, and Super Bowl failings that he has, and his coach with his horrible decision making, and they're 2-4. They have to win this game. The question is, he never wins there. He's never won there, and they're laying 5.5. So do you bet the 5.5 with the Browns because they always beat this guy there? Now they got rid of Amari Cooper, and I don't think they're done selling. And their coach is being forced to play this hack quarterback that is no more worth $260 million than the entire franchise is worth money. Honestly, think about it. What are you going to do here, Carver High, with this game? Because the Bengals have to beat the Browns, but are they going to cover 5.5? That's the question. I doubt it.
I watched them cover
against the Eagles.
That's what I'm saying. I just watched the Browns cover last week in Philly, right? Like, at home, rivalry game, team that they usually play well against. I think I'm taking the points with the Browns. Yeah, I don't think they win the game. I don't think they win the game, but I feel like this game could be ugly and they lose like 20-17 or something like that, and it's a weird game. I'm going to take the points here.
From
I'll take the 5.
To God's ears. Didn't the guy say today that God's a Cleveland fan?
Well, that is true. Hopefully, look, I don't want to get into
it's
it.
A holy issue now.
Don't hang around
and challenge the Lord on the show based on how many times I've seen him in that Catholic church. He gets nervous when we start talking bad about God. So when God is in on sports betting, I know there's a big factor here. I know that, touchdown Jesus constantly helping the Irish cover spreads. There's a lot of religion involved in sports betting. You can feel it.
You certainly can. The Raiders are.
Where's George Carlin when I need him? Honestly.
The Raiders are going to Los Angeles to play the Rams this weekend. Not the biggest game on the card, that's for sure. But here's Max Crosby yesterday. I thought this was very telling. We know that Devontae Adams is out of town now. The Raiders are a bit of a sinking ship. And for the first time, it kind of sounds like Crosby wants to get off the ship as well.
Yeah.
I'm not here to rebuild. I'm here to win. So, I don't know whatever that means, but yeah, I'm here to win now. And wherever I'm going to be, I'm going to be here to win. So that's all that matters to me.
He wants out of Vegas just like Adams did because he knows that, A, it's a joke franchise. It is. And their owner's a joke. And now he's starting to see that Antonio Pierce is a phony too. Like that guy, wasn't he literally the other day wearing like Lions stuff? He was wearing Lions stuff at practice. The guy because people said he was going to play for the Lions. So didn't he come out in like some kind of Lions shirt or hat?
Yeah. Remember, he went to Eastern Michigan. He's one of those, there's some connection up there.
I mean,
Lions need a replacement for Hutch.
I would, if I were Pierce and that guy walked out on that field in that hat or shirt or whatever it was, I would snap. I'd be like, you're done for the day. Just go home.
Not ideal.
Go home. You're done. This is no joke. You can't be wearing some other team's garb and colors at the facility, at practice. And he's doing interviews now saying, I just want to win wherever it is. Wherever it is means he wants out. And you know what? He is a badass. My man is scary. That dude, I am scared to death of him. How about when he'll stand up? He reminds me of Ted Hendricks. I mean, he's the second coming of Ted Hendricks. This guy is absolutely fearless. And he'll take on anybody. And how about when he'll point his finger over the line and tell something to the quarterback, like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you today. You better watch your mouth. I'm going to kill you. And he means business, that dude. I mean, if I'm in Nam and we got to take out a village, I'm asking him if he could help me out. I need you for a couple hours. Max, can you come with me? We're going to kill some women and children and burn the village. Send him in there. My man is nuts.
He certainly is. There's no doubt about that. They're getting 6.5 points at SoFi against the Rams, who it looks like are going to get cut back maybe. 43.5 is the total in this game. This is like a no thank you for me. You like something in this game?
For me, listen,
okay.
I think the Rams stink. And there is something wrong with them for sure. And listen, the Raiders are bad. But 6.5 against another bad team sounds about right to me. That might end up being a 5-6 point game. 6 and a hook. Here we go again with a number over 5.5. I'll take the points.
All right, here's the rest of the NFL slate. Final London game, thank God. Pats and the Jaguars. This one's at Wembley, minus 5.5 for the Jags. Imagine being so bad that you're getting 5.5 points from the Jaguars. Think about that. If you're the New England Patriots, 41.5 is the total.
Yeah, I actually think the Jaguars are going to win this game by a tutty or more. I do, because I think the Patriots are that bad.
They are bad. Encouraging with some of the stuff May did last week, but still very bad indeed. The Titans are in Buffalo against the Bills. Will Levis is questionable according to today's injury report, so if he can't go, you know that it'll be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Bills minus 8.5, 40.5 is the total here. Of course, they'll get to show Cooper off for the first time as well.
Well, he went there and beat Buffalo, didn't he? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He went and beat him in Buffalo last year with the Steelers. So I'll take those points. It sounds to me like he's playing. I'll take the points. Bills win and Titans cover with his nose so bright. Lead us through the night, Rudolph.
The Texans go to Green Bay. Another good game in the 1 o'clock window here. Packers minus 2.5, 47.5 is the total.
I'm on Green Bay, and I'm laying, but I am concerned because I'm seeing all kinds of people think that they're just going to win this game so easily. I mean, this is not going to be easy at all. Houston is good. They will score. I like this game to go over, and I like the Packers, but I'm scared to death based on how many people think that it's going to be Green Bay. I really am. Like, I think the public is going crazy for Green Bay betting this thing, and you're dancing with the devil. The Texans are a good football team.
They sure are. Seattle takes the long trip from Seattle all the way to Atlanta, GA. Falcons -3. 50.5. Another heavy total here with the Hawks and the Falcons. Pair of birds.
Yeah, I like the Falcons here at the Benz at home. I think Cousins and that offense will click in that stadium, and they will beat Seattle. I think the Seahawks, for my money, have been very average.
I'm with you. I'm on the Falcons in that game. Next, Dolphins into Indianapolis against the Colts. Richardson will start for the Colts on Sunday. -3 for them. 43.5 the total.
Man, do I have a bad feeling about this game for them with him playing. If it's Flacco, I think the Colts roll. With him playing, I'm on. Like, I literally feel like the Dolphins are going to be in the game. I think the Dolphins are going to upset them.
I like the Dolphins to win outright. I think they are going to beat them. I think that Huntley, after the bye, he's worked with McDaniel. They're going to get Hill a lot more involved, and that's where I'm going with that one. And finally, Carolina goes to D.C. against the Commanders. 8.5. Very big number here. 51.5. Another really big total.
Yeah, I think that it's going to go under that, but I think that Washington will win that game by 20. I think they're going to win like 30-10.
Yeah, I think they're going to win as well. That total's going to. I think it's an under. I don't think Carolina's going to score that much. Most popular bets, you said it, could be a bloodletting this week. You never know. 81% are on that Commander number over Carolina. 81% on the Chiefs. How about that? Eagles 76, Lions 74, Rams 70, Bengals, Bills, Dolphins, Falcons also above the 60% of the public bets.
Yeah, listen, whatever. The one game I said I was worried about was the Green Bay game, that a lot of people think Green Bay is going to win that game, and I think they got their hands full. I like Green Bay too, but I don't like being like everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm not into that, oh, look, everybody's betting them. And I'm like, oh, God, if everybody's betting them, they're all going to lose their money. That's what I see.
I said to you before, I think that after a bye week, McDaniel will have the Dolphins and Snoop Huntley a little bit more prepared to get the ball in their playmakers' hands. And you're getting Tyreek Hill at a pretty good price at plus 180 because they have been very light last few games. So plus 180 for Tyreek Hill. Jayden Reed has gotten in the end zone a ton for the Packers. I expect it again at plus 125. Jameson Williams has been finding the end zone a lot, and they're still booking him over 2-1. So plus 210 for J-Mo on Sunday against the Vikings. Devontae Adams, I'm sorry to do this to you, but and I still think the Steelers are going to win, but you know that Rodgers is going to be an absolute pig with this guy on Sunday night when he gets him out there on the field. And he's going to be looking, it could be down 30. He's going to be looking to get this guy a touchdown. Plus 150. And all the focus now, Cooper's going to be there. Oh, it's going to be Shakir plus 320 for Josh Allen on Sunday afternoon up there at Highmark as they take on the Titans. A good price for Shakir. So he's back.
He's back, and he'll be playing.
Shakir's playing on Sunday, yes. And now I didn't put Barkley on there because I usually don't put guys who are minus 170 on the touchdown board on a weekly basis. Even his number to score 2 touchdowns is like plus 350. That is just not good enough for me. I have to pass.
I agree. I'd throw Dobbs on there. He had 2 last week. Obviously, Love likes throwing to Dobbs. I like all the rest of the plays. I think Adams will have one. I think Wilson will have one. I think he'll throw at least 2 against the Steelers. That's my guess. I still think it's going to be a really good game. It's not like I think the Steelers are just going to shut them down. Everyone scores against the Steelers.
Everyone scores against the Steelers. Wilson will probably throw a couple. Maybe we'll finally see Pickens get in the end zone as well. at that point. So there's your NFL for this week, Scotty.